That's Kevin's mare.
We are now in Weatherford, Texas, home to Nico and also his owner. Many of you American fans know very well, Tyson Durfey.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us out.
I'm so glad to have you guys here today.
This is cowboy culture at its finest.
That's my man right here. I got my cow, got my horses, got my indoor arena, and life is great. I'm a huge believer in the only thing that we can never get back is time. I schedule my days. I do not waste time. That's my one pet peeve. With the Ranger, I cut 2 or 3 hours out of my day doing everything that I do.
And this cowboy takes pride in his roots.
As a cowboy, we all came from the same place. Our origination is from the working day range. Working cattle, cows, branding, doctoring a sick calf in the middle of a 1,000-acre pasture. That's where we all came from to start. Now, the modern-day cowboy, we call the rodeo cowboy, has kind of shifted things a little bit. He's a little bit more, maybe not the range heritage, but he's the heritage of let's go to 4 rodeos in 2 days and drive 1,000 or 1,500 miles. And, you know, when you look at it, we're all the same guy. You know, we have a code of ethics. When we shake somebody's hand, it means something. When we tell them something, that's the way it's going to be, and we'll never go back on it. And really, to me, that's what it means to be a cowboy.
Up next, watch your step. Tyson puts us to work and kicks up some dirt while roping. You're watching Destination Polaris. Welcome back to Destination Polaris and the Tyson Durfey Ranch.
We're in beautiful Weatherford, Texas, and we call it Weatherford because the weather is always amazing.
Country living is a lifestyle. Cowboys pay a pretty penny for their livestock and land, but at the end of the day, this makes it priceless. Tyson doesn't take it for granted either, because success required sacrifice.
I saved for 7 years to actually have this place. I lived in a horse trailer for 7 years. So at that time in my life, it was definitely a lot more difficult than it is now.
Today, there's still no shortage of chores. Luckily, though, Tyson works alongside his best friend.
It means everything to me. I definitely married up. I'm one of those guys out there that married up. I got a beautiful wife. She comes from a rodeo background, a PBR, professional bull rider background.
To share that experience with Tyson is really neat, especially things like the American and rodeos that he wins that are so prestigious. I mean, as a wife, it's amazing seeing him win. I love being there in the stands, and yes, you're going to have your down moments where things don't go so good, but as a wife, you just have to be supportive, and I have a pretty great husband. He doesn't get mad. He's a great sport. He supports me with my music.
Durfey is an Australian recording artist and also a part-time barrel racer.
I lived on the road, so the lifestyle of marrying a cowboy to me was normal. I don't think I wouldn't know what to do if I had to stay home all year, but it's pretty busy. You're having to be in small quarters in the horse trailers for 3-4 months at a time. I honestly believe calf roping is one of the hardest sports to work at. Tyson every day is at the gym focusing on his body. There's young 20-year-olds coming up. Tyson's in his 30s now, and he wants to keep young and competitive against those guys.
And all of that hard work paid off big at the first ever American.
I can tell you that my experience at the American was unlike any other experience that I've had in professional rodeo in my entire life. I knew I had to do something special. And I just relaxed, and I was focused on the basics, and somehow I was able to just go through a run flawlessly, and it was kind of funny because I ran the calf 4 swings. To be 6 and run a calf that far is not a typical run. For me, it was just a blessing. It was something I love to do. at the American, I think I was more excited about winning my Polaris Ranger than I was actually getting a $100,000 check. I thought to myself, can I just drive it out of the arena and drive it to Weatherford? Because I'll get there a lot faster than letting you ship it to me. It's definitely something that's made my life around the ranch a lot easier. I feed my cattle with it. I haul bales with it. I clean up after my horses with it. It's time for the next job. It's definitely not the most favorite, but it is the most important. So I'm going to let you get the first scoop.
All right, it's time to shovel some.
He's a goofball. He's a lot of fun to be around. He definitely takes what he does very serious, but life's too short not to have a good time. So, I mean, Tyson, he's quite amusing. I mean, if you follow him on Facebook or social media, you'll see some interesting things.
Winning back-to-back is no easy feat, so it's time to grind.
You have to have discipline. You have to be focused on what you want to do, and you got to say, no matter what happens, this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'm going to do it. It's the love of my life, but I feel like I'm actually getting better with age than going the opposite direction.
And these are the moments that Tyson lives for.
This atmosphere at this rodeo is completely unique. It's unlike anything in the world. If you're a fan of professional rodeo, you need to be here.
For the million? Not if this guy has anything to say about it. Stay with us. Competition continues next on Destination Polaris. Welcome back to Destination Polaris. It's now time for the tie-down roping. Tyson Durfey, of course, the fan favorite since he won last year. But he's got some stiff competition in both Trevor Brazil, Tough Cooper, among others. Check it out.
To breathe and stay focused. And you know, I like to say the harder I work, the luckier I get. So when I go home and I'm practicing for these scenarios. Every time I'm back in the box, it's for a world championship or it's for an American championship. And for me, that's what helps me get ready for these rodeos.
Talk about pressure. Only the top 4 advance to the finals. Tyson is currently in 4th place, but 2 of the best in the world are up next.
Ran my calf through the loop and it hung on 2 legs, and so the rope broke. Came back, smacked me pretty good, but I was kidding the guys. I said, if that happened every time you miss, you wouldn't miss very often. So.
I was about 1/10 of a second come back into the finals, but I did end up 5th. You know, we had the best guys in the world.
What's going through your mind as you're standing there and you're holding on to number 4 spot and then Tough Cooper comes up?
It's so nerve-wracking. You know, I was in the same position up until the last guy last year. It didn't work out this year for me, but you know what? It did for a friend of mine, so I'm real happy about that.
So close, but no cigar. Neither Tyson or Trevor advance. However, Trevor has one more shot with team roping.